go. Hello, guys, and welcome to Three Guys at the Table. I'm Austin.
And I'm your other host, Steven.
And I am Reagan. Hello.
Hello, people. How you guys doing today?
Hope y'all are having a fantastic day. Morning, afternoon.
Whatever time.
Whatever time it is. Night, I don't care.
It could be 4 o'clock in the morning, and you could be weird.
Be midnight.
Or working.
Hey, I hope you're just having a good time.
Well, if it's midnight, I hope you had a good day before, and I hope you have a good day the next day.
Exactly.
We just hope you're doing good, man. That's all we're saying.
Well, Reagan, can I ask you something? What you doing over there, buddy?
Well, I'm taking a test to see which group of people actually like me and don't like me.
Okay, so before the podcast, a bit of context. Before the podcast, we were talking about, I took this test called the Political Compass Test, and it said I was a left-leaning libertarian. So, you know, I'm a bitch.
Exactly. And we love you.
Dirty economy.
It's okay, communist. We still love you.
Free healthcare.
Yay!
Don't shoot people.
Yeah!
No government.
Yeah!
But now Reagan's doing it because we're going to see how much of a bitch he is.
Oh, it's gonna be horrible. Oh, it's gonna be horrible. I don't understand half these fucking
Reagan's
questions.
Oh yeah, you gotta really read them to understand.
Reagan's going to be super accidentally right.
I don't want to take it because I
I'd rather
really
be right
don't want to
wing.
deal
Sorry.
with that. I don't want to know what I am. I don't care.
I think
It
it's
doesn't
fun.
matter. It's okay.
I thought it was
I'm
fun,
just
cute little
me.
box.
I'm just me. But I might take it later and tell you all about it.
Yeah. It is
If
pretty
I
fun.
think about it, since it is 6 pages long. But that was the only reason I'm not taking it yet, because it's 6 pages
Yeah, it
long.
takes
I
like
don't-
10, 15
I don't want to
minutes.
deal with it at the moment.
Yeah,
I
you
might
gotta-
deal with it later, but right now I don't really care what I am.
You gotta be in the right shower mind, you know.
Honestly, I'd just say I'm a Nazi and be fine with it. But it's not actually true. It's just funny to say.
You know, the Nazis had a few good ideas.
Oh my gosh!
They were devoted to science.
Okay.
They were devoted to science.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me try to spin this another. They had good fashion. They had a
They
good,
had good fashion?
Because, you know, Louis Vuitton made their outfits.
Okay. Fair enough.
So they were devoted to science. They
They
had
had
good fashion. Let's
Alright,
see.
keep going.
I gotta get one more so I can make the Nazis seem like a somewhat decent
You
fashion.
gotta get one more, because, like, this is really
They took
pushing.
care of the German citizens that they liked.
Yeah.
They did. The
The
German
ones that they liked.
The German people lived quite okay under the Nazis.
Yes.
The ones that weren't Jewish. But
The end.
But-
the ones that were poured in lived as well, but
Well,
it depended
you know-
on what happened.
you know,
It happened, man.
They
It
were,
happened, except-
they had a good campaign strategy.
I just want you to keep going. I just want you to
Keep
going.
digging this fucking
I
hole.
want you to see. I want you to find another one. I want you to see if you can find another one.
hard.
'Cause
Holy
holy crap, you are really pushing it now.
Oh! They had a good income. They had a good economic plan. They had a good economic plan.
Okay.
They were focused on economics and
Okay.
science.
Well,
Focused on
there we
economics,
go.
science,
There we
and
go.
fashion.
Okay.
Economics, science, and fashion.
There,
The
you
Nazis
got
did it.
3 that were actually okay.
I somewhat did myself.
That's actually kind of strange. He finally got 3 that were okay, because the other ones he was just pushing it. He was just trying.
You know what else is getting pushed by the Nazis?
What?
Buttons that close doors.
Okay. On what? Opportunities or my dreams?
He's talking about in a literal sense now, Steven.
I'm talking about they literally pushed a button that would shut the door.
So is that
Lock
one,
it.
is that one of the things that you're saying?
No,
is
that
a
was
good
one of
thing
the
about
bad
them?
things that the Nazis did. They were very bad with pushing buttons.
Yes.
They pushed too many buttons. They pushed too hard. But their fashion, their economics, and their science programs were legit. So they were so legit that America was like, "Hey, Nazi scientists, come here, come here, come to America, come start NASA, come start NASA, come look at space, come look at space with us."
Okay.
Yeah, so like they had a legit thing.
They did, yes.
You know, Hitler had a good political campaign as well. His political campaign before he was, you know, the leader of Germany. So to become the leader of Germany, he had a very good political campaign.
Honestly, weirdly enough, I actually have seen the oversimplified version of his life, and it's pretty interesting. It's a strange story, and he does actually get into office because he's a good speaker. He's a good leader when it came to the Nazi Party.
Charismatic.
But it was only because of his charm. His speechcraft was too good.
Yeah,
his charisma was so powerful.
Oh God, Reagan
100.
I'm scared.
Speechcraft.
He was an imperial.
Oh
No.
Empire.
Oh God.
Come
Will prevail. Always.
Do you know the power of the dark side?
Imperial scum. Rebel scum.
I say that to every imperial that I kill inside.
The power of the dark side of the
Alright, buddy.
Hello.
Finish your quiz.
I did, so I guessed on a lot of the answers, and
Oh,
I just
no.
kind of Christmas treed that shit too
Oh,
because,
no.
I couldn't. I lied.
Oh,
I
no.
can't multitask apparently.
Oh no.
So so I
Oh,
just did a lot of
Jesus.
guessing, and I am a social libertarian or an authoritarian.
You're an authoritarian?
Oh,
see, you're
Wait,
right
hold
above
on.
me.
Let me
Okay.
see.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Okay, Reagan's right there. I am right there in the green. I'm
Nice.
in the middle.
Wait, what does that say about you? Does
Say
it, say it?
keep in mind, I
does it
guessed
talk
about all of this. Okay, that's not what I really am.
Say it, or does it you?
It does.
already-
You have to read it right
Oh.
here.
Oh, you gotta go up. Okay,
Yeah,
my bad.
Authoritarian.
I was wondering where it was. I'm gonna read this. You guys go ahead.
Okay, so you're an authoritarian left when you guess.
I'm gonna retake that quiz
Yes.
whenever I have it because I am not a communist.
I would love to actually have a political debate with you because I like politics. Honestly, I'm a
Well, let's
nerd.
have the debate. I know what I am.
I know, but I don't want.
Uh,
I don't want to do it right now. I want to have a good thought process of going into it.
We can still have a debate about something else, though.
Yes.
Debates are fun.
Okay, what do you want to have a debate about?
I don't know. What do you want to have a debate
Oh, consoles. We'll talk about this. Me and Steven watched that video that he showed you about
Oh.
Activision
So-
and how dangerous it is. What?
you fucking commie.
See, he's a communist. He calls me a communist. I'm not the
You're
communist.
Like I said, I
Oh my
just
God,
guessed
so
on that stuff.
Okay,
I
so
guess
I'm
that's-
looking at the chart, and the zone that he's in is right there with North Korea and China.
See,
No,
you're a communist.
No! I am not. Okay, look, I quit.
But it doesn't show any for you.
Oh, yeah,
that's why I'm confused.
Because what I believe no country has
Oh
done.
no!
Small
That's
government.
So sad.
Small government.
But
I quit.
anyways, like I said, fucking call me, bro.
Fucking goddamn North Korean piece of shit.
The last time I let you have my phone so you can read shit, Steven.
I
Hell
wanted
yes.
to know. I had to know the truth.
We exposed the communists.
We actually found out he was a commie. Like we've talked about this so many times, joking when we worked back at Taco Bell. We talked about this so many times, and we actually proved it. He's a communist.
You're a communist.
I need to send that picture to Ricky.
I love you still, though.
We love you still.
I'm just
saying.
gonna go ahead and make the record because this is a recording. This is the one we're gonna post, and if not, I will say it in the next one. I don't give a flying F. Okay, if Steven ends up dead, missing, or anything like that, I promise you, I'm the one who did do it.
Oh, fuck.
It's okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and
I
do it
wouldn't
now.
expect anything.
Okay.
I will.
from a
I don't
best
want
friend.
people to
Okay,
work
hang on.
hard and try to find me.
Hey! If I wanted to die, I would die for my best friend. Hell
That is
yeah.
true. That is very
I would
true.
love if one of you killed me if it was actually gonna happen.
I also want to make it very.
Like if
very,
you got that mad to kill me, okay.
I also want to.
I'm
make
sorry that I pissed you off that much. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but
Crime
if
of
you kill me,
passion.
that's okay. Yeah, it would be a crime of passion.
I also very.
I would be okay with it.
I also want to be very, 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 very clear
What?
that I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad that.
I know.
I'm glad that was the next thing out of his
At the
mouth.
same time, you know we're kidding, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
know you.
I know, but
guess-
it's on
You
the
get some of
record.
the answers, but at the same time, it is on the record, so I have to say, you are a commie on the
Title of this
record.
episode is going to be Reagan's a communist.
Reagan's a communist.
Two guys are the communists.
Two guys are the communists! Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Oh my goodness gravy.
Hold on, you know the movie Interview with a Vampire? Or the book, I think? I don't remember which one it was first.
The vampire.
Interview with a
I
Vampire?
don't know.
Oh, you never... Is it Tom Cruise? Hold on.
The Seth Rogen
Interview
movie
with
they
the
interviewed.
Vampire. I feel like I've heard that before, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I have no idea. What's it about?
It's about this girl who goes on it might be a date with a vampire. I don't remember 100% sure, but she talks to a vampire, and it's I think Tom Cruise plays a vampire.
Right? Okay. Please don't kill me.
Okay, so that's not wanting to work. So let me go on my phone.
Or
But-
was that a fear? Or was that a laugh of fear? You'll never know.
But my
You'll never
joke,
know.
my joke was going to be interview with a communist instead of interview with a vampire.
Okay.
But you guys don't know.
The only vampire movies I like and I've ever watched are the ones where Abraham Lincoln killed them.
Oh, nice. I haven't seen that movie. I want to, though.
Interview with a
How good is it?
vampire.
It's actually great.
I really
It's
was.
That was a
fantastic.
book. My bad. It was a book published back in the 1970s. It's a really good book.
Okay, so what's the movie?
I don't think they made
He also killed zombies too.
Oh, it's a horror. Yeah, it was a film.
Zombies too.
Oh yeah, it was a film back in '94.
It was a film? Okay, I thought that was the film.
Yeah.
It's slow. I don't know why it's taking so long.
Because I got
It's
bad
fine.
service in here.
It's okay.
In the closet.
Oh, okay. So, interview with the vampire.
Yeah, Tom Cruise was in it.
Okay, so a vampire tells his epic life story: love, betrayal, loneliness, and hunger.
Yeah.
Hunger for what? Human blood.
So my joke was going to be, we're doing an interview with a communist instead of an interview with a vampire.
Okay.
But you guys don't know the movie, so it
Sorry.
didn't work.
It didn't work.
Hopefully the audience will get it.
Hey,
Audience,
what
please
about
laugh.
the Seth Rogen movie where the
Hey,
interview where
did you-
they actually interview a communist?
Will they go to North Korea, your home country?
Fuck
You
Oh,
just-
yeah, right? You have sound effects, right?
Yeah.
You can put in applause. There you go.
Oh.
Well, applause or laughing. There you go.
Hey, question.
Yay!
Question.
The audience loves you.
How bad are you wanting to suck my dick, Austin?
Not even a little, buddy.
I'll let the audience
Shut up,
answer
please.
for me.
It doesn't matter
okay.
what their answers are. It's gonna happen if you just get out.
Is that the audience?
Uh-oh.
That's definitely one of them.
Uh-oh. I don't want to suck your dick at all. No.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
that's about to happen,
Say no.
motherfucker.
Well, because I'm about to turn left.
I'm about to say no.
Hey, guys, you guys might want to duck, because I'm about to turn left, and I don't want to smack you with my dick.
Okay, let's move on.
But
Steven.
dick's down there.
Don't make fun of it!
I'm not trying to find a mess room.
Well, hold on, wait.
Hey. What's
Steven,
up?
where is it at?
It's down there.
Wait, where?
In his mouth.
Okay, I see it. No, wait, is that it?
I don't know.
Is that it? Right there. I'm pointing at what you're pointing at. Is that it? It looks like it.
Do you know how
Left.
weird I feel
To
with
the
you
left,
pointing
right
at my dick?
Left.
It's right. Is that
Left.
it? Is that it? Okay, is that it? Okay, right there.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it.
Are you sure that's it?
You know who didn't
No.
have a problem finding it?
Your mom last
Mom.
night.
Oh!
Instantly lost Fairview.
Dadgummit.
No, they're all a bunch of high schoolers. They'll love that joke.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry, they will.
No, because kids these days don't tell jokes like that anymore. They
Well,
got stupid ass.
Well,
jokes.
hold on. If you tell a joke, you get booed
Yeah.
online. All right.
I like telling
You get canceled.
Me and Steven listened to it of MGK telling his little shitty jokes.
Oh,
at the
oh
NBA
god, that
All-Star
was
intros.
a terrible joke.
They weren't bad. Like, they weren't funny at all.
I mean, I
But
don't
he's
mind
not-
if y'all
he's not
tell
funny.
me I'm bad if I do a bad joke, but at the same time, you don't have to just be absolute
everybody was
crap
so
about it.
mean. They're like, get
How
him
could
off
you
the stage.
bitch about it?
One guy was like,
You'd be like, hey, you could improve or have said it this way or been something like that, and I could have been like, oh, thanks, you know.
or just let the guy
The
shoot
next
his
time.
shot. you
Or
know?
be like, oh, hey, just delete this video. It's not really that great. It's too cringeworthy.
Yeah, but
But
celebrities.
then it's like, but what if I wanted it?
The audience really fucked him over in that, though. If the audience would have chuckled some, if like a
Maybe
couple
they'll
audience
come
would have chuckled, people would have been like, oh, it's not bad. But
Yeah,
the
no,
audience,
you're okay.
the audience literally did nothing.
The
It was
honest was like, no,
His
bro,
joke-
we were expecting better, and what
Yeah.
you gave us is not it.
Well, so you got to think about it though. Some celebrities actually hold up to certain expectations. So, like when
Yeah.
they do something
Mhm.
and they're not good at it, then people are like, "Oh, well, you suck now."
You're just a waste of time then.
MGK's problem is he's friends with Pete Davidson, and they've done a lot of funny skits together. Like their one where they're making fun of mumble rappers, where they're both just dressed up and shit, going yeet skirt, Mom didn't love me.
Oh my god!
That shit is so fucking funny. And like, I guess they have the expectation of him being actually funny, but
Right.
he's not that
He's
funny.
not funny.
No, he's not that funny. But
According to everyone.
I mean, the jokes weren't bad. Like, give him some time. Give him some time.
Mm.
What was funny is how hard he got smacked into another music genre.
Right. That was great. That was absolutely fabulous.
Man, like, it doesn't even need to be talked about. Like, I'm pretty sure
Because his beard looks weird.
there's more. I'm pretty sure there's more
Isn't
people.
that a line?
Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking
also-
beard's weird.
Beard's weird.
I'm pretty sure there's more people who know about that Burns than, well, who's read the Bible.
Whoa, that's
Whoa.
no.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
Are we talking about all
Holy
time?
shit, man.
You are wrong. I will debate you on this one. You are so
I'm
wrong.
just talking about modern times.
Even modern times, you're wrong. You're so wrong. You know how many people have read the Bible?
I understand this. The Bible's the most written book in the world in history. I
Most
get
well
that.
published, most well sold, most well written.
Right.
It's literally the most popular book in human history.
It is. It really, really is.
You capitalist pig. Shut your mouth and continue.
But what is true? Oh, but shut your mouth and continue. Well, Austin, go ahead, continue.
It's the most best inspiration for sex.
What?
Missionary.
Wait, I'm lost.
Oh my gosh!
You just talking about sex. What?
Yeah, the Bible has inspired missionary style because the missionaries
They
come.
inspire
I didn't-
missionaries to go out and
I didn't
spread
hear
news.
you say Bible in that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why I was
Oh,
confused.
okay. Do you get it now, though?
Yeah, the
Okay. You gonna laugh? Okay, cool.
I'm laughing. Never mind. Okay, continue, please.
The whole thing was just like, hey,
Awesome.
I got it. Hey, I
Please
got
continue.
it. I thought it was great.
Let's see, what else has it inspired? It has inspired countless people to do good things.
Yes,
That's a thing.
it has. That's a good.
That is a good thing.
You know what's in the Bible?
Don't fuck kids.
Yeah.
Catholics
what
didn't
else?
listen to that one. They can casually ignore that
Strange
fucking
thing
rule.
to think about.
Yeah, because when you translate from direct Hebrew, because that's what it was written in, it is, hey, don't
Right.
fuck kids. It's not that's not men shouldn't lay with men. It's, hey, men shouldn't fuck kids, fuck little boys. And the
Men
Catholics are
shouldn't
like,
lay with boys, you mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was being funny about it. Whatever.
You're
right. And Catholics-
lay with them.
Catholics super like follow the Bible. They're like, we're super strict about it. But they see that and they're like, we don't
I
see
guess
that.
boys can be fine.
They're like, you say boys or men? I see men in that one. Hey Johnny, you see men? No sir, that says boys. It says men. Get back in the closet.
I have no idea.
I mean,
I'd have to go. I want to go back in time and read it originally in its original Hebrew. That would be very interesting.
You know
like,
Hebrew?
Read it the first time? No. But that's why you got to learn it first. But to be fair, we don't have a time machine yet, so you can shut your mouth.
I was just
You should have asked me if I had a time machine.
No, I was asking if you knew Hebrew. Like legitimately, I
No,
thought
I
you
know.
knew
I
Hebrew. You're like, I'm gonna read it in Hebrew. I was like, oh shit, Steven knows Hebrew. Let me find out.
Alright,
No.
Steven, if you did know an extra language, what would it be?
Ewok.
That would be awesome. That's such a strange language to pick, though. That would be awesome.
I like it.
What language would it be?
Yeah.
C-3PO. 4
Okay.
million forms
Alright.
of communication.
Okay.
Over
Mine?
4 million forms of communication.
I want to learn German.
I would want to learn Russian.
German's a great language. to
German,
learn.
'cause
It's
everything
great to
you say-
scream. It's great
Everything
to
you
scream.
say in German is so aggressive.
If you really want to learn it, go for it, bro.
That
It's
is
fun
true.
to scream as hell.
I'm not
It's
smart
it
enough to
really.
learn.
No, it's really
Yeah.
not that bad. It's just
Nine.
you gotta chant.
You gotta take the time.
You just gotta take the time to learn the
correct.
pronunciation
Yep.
of it. That's the only problem with it. You gotta learn the pronunciation.
Yeah, and then
And
learn
that's
what
the
the
bad
words
thing.
mean so you can say a good sentence.
Exactly. And then you can go ahead and scream whatever you want at anyone in another language.
I think, like, legitimately though, I want to learn Spanish because it's the second most popular language in the world.
Fair enough.
Well-
I'd say probably at one point in time I really wanted to learn Latin, really enough.
I really want to learn Russian because I think it's a gorgeous
You should
language.
learn Russian.
You should all learn Mandarin here soon
Mandarin.
Why?
I don't know. That is a good
because
point.
Chinese
but
speak
sure, why
Mandarin.
not?
Okay.
I'm not gonna say we should all learn Chinese.
But
It's Mandarin.
Hey, I'm down. I don't care. I feel like that would be kind of fun to do.
It was a joke about China taking over the world. You're the communist here.
Yeah.
That's why I was worried. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so I'm over here like, all right, fine. I'll just take the blame until someone reveals themselves. You're the one over here.
No.
Yeah. You're the one over here recommending us kind of go with the Chinese kind of shit over here. Yeah. I ain't the commie. He
I'm
is.
sure he was a leftist liberal, maybe.
He's the one.
The test again.
He's the one that sent us to the website, Steven.
Answers.
He's the one that set us up to take the
You're
test.
right. He's the one who did all this.
It's a recruitment.
Oh! Okay, alright. I want to hear an apology, Austin. And then I'm going to kick you in the kneecap.
I'm sorry that you fell for the recruitment process.
Alright, now get ready to kick in the kneecap.
Oh God, my
You
knees.
can't violate your superiority, senior officer. As
So-
bitch slapping.
You
You are now part of the comrades.
have you guys? Speaking of this is kind of funny. Have you heard the thing about the young Olympic athlete who's like a quarter Chinese, and she's like, I'm going to compete in the Chinese Olympics for China, in the Olympics for China instead of doing it in America because she was raised in America.
Okay.
She's like, I really love my home country and all that shit. Well, it came out recently that China's paying her $600 million to come and compete in the Olympics for them.
Whoa. Okay,
Wait,
well.
either 600 or 60. Either way, it's a lot of money.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I would take the deal.
Oh yeah, for 100%. I'm not faulting her for taking it, but she originally was trying to use it as like, I love my country. I'm gonna do
Right?
it for my home.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, come on.
It was for the money.
Bitch, come on. Just be like, yeah, they're paying me $60 million.
Money.
That'd be great.
What?
If they paid her that money
she lost.
and she lost.
Oh my gosh, that'd be fabulous. We'll see what happens.
She wouldn't get the money then. I bet there's a
There's gotta be a clause. Wait,
contract.
So you'd have
Did
to.
she win then?
No, they have the Olympics. The Winter Olympics haven't started yet.
Oh, my
It's for the
bad.
Olympics. She's a skier.
My
For the
bad.
winter, yeah.
My bad.
You're good.
Wait, when are they?
Where are
They're
they?
this winter.
Oh, they are this winter?
Where
Okay.
are they?
Don't know. Hold on.
I was thinking they were this winter, but I couldn't remember.
Because that also depends on which
you
hemisphere are
remember?
they in.
That's a good point.
Northern or southern hemisphere? Because
Oh, no.
that means it's about to be winter for them.
Let's see. The Winter Olympics 2022. Load in my closet.
What?
My closet. It's not one to load this.
You don't want to load your closet.
I said load in the closet. They are taking place. They're taking place in Beijing.
You're taking a load in the closet?
Oh, they're going
Damn,
on.
man.
I think
From your communist
They're going on now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're
That's
over.
just the way things work. What?
The Olympics are over.
Ah,
They ended
okay.
yesterday.
Oh, I thought they happened.
I didn't realize that happened yet.
I thought they
ended
were
yesterday.
happening or
Let's see
something.
if she
Okay,
won.
let's see. Yeah, I was about to ask.
She was a ski.
20 people watching this and they're just like, duh.
He's like, you guys are fucking morons. Hey, I work overnights, okay? My days are weird.
I don't know.
I don't follow the Olympics.
I don't follow anything on the internet at all.
I do. I like the internet.
Well, you said it was next winter.
I thought it was. I don't follow the times. I just knew it was happening.
Oh.
Because I know that people have talked about this girl because she was like, I'm going to do it for my country. And
Yeah, and that's great
Yeah,
that they're paying her so much money.
then it came out that she's making fucking a huge amount of money doing
Right.
it.
I wish I wouldn't pay me that much money to go do something.
Bro, I would do all that for so much money. Like, pay
Are
me
you telling me with China having, like, okay, so this woman lives in America?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're telling me out of the billion people that live in that country, they can't find somebody that's somewhat decent
Oh,
to
she's
compete
fucking
in the Olympics?
good.
I understand that. But they have 1 billion people, the only country in the world that have 1 billion people in their borders, and they can't find a single person that is somewhat decent or as
Well, it's
good
not
as
like
she-
everyone just comes out of.
Well,
everywhere.
no,
It
but
just
they're
kinda
a
happens.
communist state. They could just be like, all right, everyone needs to compete, blah, 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 or whatever. I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, China does whatever they want.
Go talk to China then.
I'm just asking
you're
questions.
fucking
You're the
friends with
communist, man.
Oh, goddamn, see, we had the same thought.
I was about to say, you're the communist. Go talk to China about your problems with them.
Well, fuck if I
Wait a
can ask
minute.
you guys
Go
questions
talk
again.
to your superiors about your problems with
Never
China.
gonna ask you a question again, Steven.
I'm
If
sorry.
he does that,
I'm
no,
joking.
no, it's
No,
too late.
I'm joking.
It's too late.
You can ask me as many questions as you want, but if you don't want to, that's fine.
The only question I have for you now, sir.
Okay, do you want to kill me?
How
do you want to die?
How do you want to die? Nice.
No, I was going to ask if you had a place you want to be, buried.
Okay, I guess you didn't.
Alright, it was close.
Because I can't find her.
Oh. She didn't win a place?
I guess she didn't win nothing.
So we were close. That's fabulous.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Here,
You don't
so
have
that
to-
I can,
you don't have to
so that I
answer
can
that
haunt
question.
y'all.
You don't have to answer that question. It's okay.
Oh, I don't care. If you want to kill me that bad, then go for it.
I didn't say I wanted to kill you. What is it?
He says he's gonna. He
He's
didn't
just
want to,
gonna.
he's just gonna. Okay? He
Wait a
doesn't
minute.
want to kill you, but you're gonna die.
It'll make sense when you're on my cutting table.
It'll make
Whoa.
sense. I thought you were going to say it'll make sense when you're older. Wink, wink.
When
When
you-
just stab you
When,
with a
when
knife.
you're sitting on my cutting table with, totally naked, covered in saran wrap,
Hey, now. Wait.
cut on your cheek.
Y'all are some freaky motherfuckers.
Hey. I didn't ask to be a part of this, but
Just for-
apparently I am.
Just for record, that's a Dexter reference.
Yeah.
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 It looked like you understood that there for a second, and then you just kind of lost it.
I don't know Dexter.
I know.
I don't know them muffin.
I know nothing.
I know
Nothing.
nothing.
They're coming out with another series about it. Oh my god, I'm excited! But it's on HBO Max, and I'm so pissed off about that. 'cause
You
that's
can
not
watch
my
it with.
experience.
You can watch it on my TV if you want. One day with me. I have HBO Max.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wait, it's a day.
How cute.
I use it to watch a lot of stuff.
Y'all forming dates on the podcast.
Yeah.
Know who else should have had a date?
Who?
Oh,
You and your
Kanye.
mom? Oh.
No, my mom's in prison. I can't have a date with her.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's sad.
Not really.
And
Not
that
really
was
sad.
sadder.
Not for that
No. What's up?
Kanye West, he needs a date. Because he's going wild. He's a wild guy. You know that? Releasing his new
He's
album.
always been a wild guy.
I know.
Family Guy makes a parody of him massaging a lasagna. He's about to say he's going to join ISIS. That's literally his whole little parody thing.
Wasn't that like a
Because
scandal?
he's crazy.
But he's smart as fuck. He's a genius.
Yeah, but
a
he's
legitimate
just-
genius.
He's
crazy.
just does crazy things.
Was it
What's
Kanye
up?
or Chris Brown that hit a girl?
Chris Brown. He
What
punched
is
the
it?
fuck out of Rihanna.
Yeah,
Beat her
Yeah,
ass
it's
in her
Chris
car.
Brown.
The funniest thing I've ever seen.
Broken.
Okay, speaking of punching women. It's funny.
Hold on, did you hear that?
That segue? That's a good segue.
I love
Whoa,
that
whoa,
segue.
hold
on.
Just whoa.
Y'all,
Go ahead.
y'all know who John Jones is?
No, yeah.
No.
actually.
You know who John Jones is?
I know of him.
The fucking awesome heavyweight MMA
Yeah.
fighter. Alright, you know he beat the fuck out of his wife, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I heard that,
Yeah, he
yeah.
beat the fuck out of his wife. So
Thanks.
there's this the middleweight. No,
Hi.
lightweight. The lightweight world champion right now is this guy named Israel Asada. He's a fucking beast in the ring. Okay, and John Jones talking shit, saying that he could beat him in a fight. Well, John Jones doesn't really fight anymore because of legal reasons, but he's an amazing fucking fighter. Like arguably one of the best MMA fighters in the world.
Yeah.
Israel Asada, arguably one of the best MMA fighters in his division right now. I wouldn't say world because I feel like he could get beaten by a few heavyweights just because of weight advantage and all that stuff. That factors into being the best. But they were talking shit on Twitter, and John Jones said some shit about he could beat him in a fight, and then Israel came back with a meme. There's this guy wrapping his hands and says John Jones wrapping a Valentine's present for his girlfriend.
Oh my god. That's great. That is absolutely
Didn't
fabulous.
say shit back to him.
Yeah.
Dude, Israel is one of the funniest motherfuckers out there. He talks so much shit. He'll do anime stances and shit while he's beating people's asses.
Right.
He's so fucking funny, dude. Oh, he's such a good fucking fighter. I love it. It just reminded me of that when he was talking about, hitting women.
Right. Oh, that didn't.
How? Okay.
Because it reminded me of John Jones,
Him with John
Oh,
Jones, bro.
who
Come on.
punches women, and then him
Think
wrapping
about
his
it, man.
hands
Just John
together.
Jones, man. I
John
don't know who
Jones.
that is, but yeah, just think about it, man. John Jones, right off the top of your head. You'd always think of that after punching women, you know?
Yeah, that's the first
Yeah.
thing. When you hear punching women, the first thing
The
that comes to
first
my
thing you
head
think
is
of
John
is
Jones.
John Jones, that's right.
If you know MMA is John Jones.
John Jones.
or it's Amanda Nunes.
I don't know
who-
why I'm helping him. I don't know jack shit about
It's good.
what I'm
It's
doing,
good to have
but
a
this
hype
is
man.
great.
Or you think of Amanda Nunes, who just beats the fuck out of other
Yeah,
women
right.
in the
Amanda
ring.
Nunes. Yeah, you think Amanda Nunes when you think of fucking beat.
Or Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey, she got knocked the fuck out by Amanda Nunes.
Oh, did she really?
Yeah, when they brought Ronda Rousey back from her retirement, they're like, we're gonna give her a. Sorry, the idea was they're supposed to give her a layup fight that's like help her ease back into it, but they gave her Amanda fucking Nunes and she beat her fucking head into the ground.
Do you think it was because she took a break? Do you think she would have?
Yeah.
Do you think she would have won if she stayed in the MMA?
No, because Amanda Nunes is just a fucking physical beast. She was beast. Ronda Rousey wasn't. She was good, but she was after her peak. She retired. She retired at her peak, and then she came back. I believe is the thing. Don't quote me on that. I'm not really that smart.
Okay.
But she came back, and what the UFC does, which is fucking genius, is if a fighter comes back and they know they're not going to be as good as they were, they'll give them a fight to build up a younger fighter that they know will fucking destroy her. And that's what they did with Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes was on a fucking colossal knockout streak. And they're like, Ronda Rousey, you can do it. Go ahead.
You got this. Go for it.
You want to fight? Go fucking right ahead.
Yeah,
Fight.
you got this.
Anderson Silva, when he came back, he got knocked the fuck out. He was a beast before he retired. He was one of the greatest. The Spider, Anderson Silva, he was fucking kicking heads off, knocking them fucking off. Then he broke his ankle when he kicked someone.
Ooh.
Yeah, like fucked up his ankle, and he went to land on it and fucked his leg up, and it was bad. Ooh, it was rough.
Did he win the fight?
No. No, that's you lose when you break them. You lose. Like,
Oh, you mean lose?
Yeah, you
Oh, I
lose.
didn't know that. Oh,
that's
okay.
what happened with the Conor McGregor Dustin Poirier fight in the third one.
Oh.
Conor checked a leg kick that Dustin threw in him and it snapped his shin.
Ooh.
Because Dustin was chopping that fucking leg already, and Conor checked the kick and it fucking snapped it.
Ah.
And Conor McGregor, being the little badass Irishman he was, he's like, let's keep going. I want to keep fucking fighting. No, he broke his leg. He can't keep fighting.
No, okay, fine.
Dustin was going to win that fight, though. He was piecing fucking Conor up the whole time.
If he hadn't broken his leg.
Oh, he was still, Dustin was still one because he was just bopping him in his
Right.
fucking head as he was coming close.
That sucks, man. That really sucks.
Yeah. Sometimes you can get away with it. Sometimes fighters who break limbs, they won't, like, if the ref doesn't notice it, because, like, if you're in a certain kind of grapple, you can, like, break an arm or something if they hold it the right way, and you can kind of keep going. Like, there's been fighters who have broken their hand and shit and just kept fucking fighting through it because the adrenaline that's pumped through you.
Right, you're just there. You just keep going.
It's not like the
You're
ref
in the
can
moment.
notice.
You got nothing else.
Yeah, it's not like
Your
the ref can
adrenaline's-
notice every injury that
Right,
happens.
they don't see everything.
We don't feel
And
it.
as long as you don't feel it, and as long as they don't notice, you just keep going.
Most of those fighters don't give up.
Exactly.
They don't give
fighting.
up.
They're
Fuck.
fighting.
Oh, let's keep going. Come on, guys.
Yeah, they're just fighting. That's all they're doing. That's all
You
they're
can
paying attention
seriously
to.
fuck yourself up doing that, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that's
the
why
concentration they need on the other opponent is why they don't really care that much when the adrenaline's pumping because they don't notice things.
You're
Yeah.
fucking yourself up getting no fight anyway.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, like, think about it though. You break your hand, that's already fucked if you professionally involve your hands. But I mean, you keep using it after you break it, smash it into somebody's face. I mean, that's you're going to deform it. You know what I'm saying?
Re-injuring it.
Why do you think Floyd Mayweather retired? His hands aren't as good as they were. He kept breaking them. Because Floyd, he learned after he got hit once or twice in boxing, he's like, I don't want to get hit no more because it'll fuck up your head. Like, you'll get CTE, you'll start slurring your vision, you'll start slurring your words, not your vision. Your vision will get blurry eventually, but that's later stages of it. CTE is really bad. Like, fucking, it happens to most fighters because they're getting hit in the head.
Exactly, yeah.
Take a hit. You take any kind of hit to the head, you're gonna have fucking
Wow,
trauma.
of course.
But luckily Floyd was good at dodging, so he's like, I'm gonna keep dodging. But his hands are shit. All he would do is just punch people in the fucking face. So in his prime, he'd just knock people out and fuck his hand up. And so now that's why he couldn't, like in his later fights, he didn't knock people out. He'd just go the distance with them and not let them touch him. He'd just piece them up. That's how he won most fights, was by decision.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they didn't ever hit him because that's how you get points in boxing. Is the more hits you hit and shit.
Right.
So he got more points and he won the fight by the judges.
And boom, it was over.
Nice.
He won, man. Yes.
And you got people like Mike Tyson who's like, I'm just gonna knock you the fuck out.
Goodbye.
Mike Tyson's fights were so fun to fucking watch.
Oh, yeah.
Because what people forget about him, he was a fucking heavyweight, but he dodged. He wasn't just standing there taking hits, he was fucking dodging and shit.
Yeah.
That's why he still can talk so fluently and everything. Like Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, at the end of his life, he couldn't he couldn't piece together any kind of sentence. Like, he'd say words and they were just like, what the fuck? What did you even try to say? His brain was so fucked from all
Are you
this.
sure you're talking to me?
Yeah, his brain was fucked by all the hits he took. Like, it's wild. But Mike Tyson, he's still going strong. Just smoking weed and having a podcast.
Hey,
Well, why not?
Hey, oh, did you ever see that movie Ali, that starring Will Smith?
No.
Oh my God, bro. Okay, yeah, it's obviously about Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Will Smith stars in it. He plays Ali, and
Oh, really?
obviously he does an amazing job at it.
Yeah.
And it involves also Malcolm X and a little bit of stuff like that, dude. Like it's a really okay.
Dude,
so you think about all like Will Smith movies, like one of his greatest movies of all time, if not his greatest, would probably be the what was it, 7 Pounds, or was it the one that him and his son played in? They were homeless.
Oh, The Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness. That was probably one of the greatest movies ever created, at least one of his greatest movies.
Good movie. It's
And
very sad.
it bestows his great acting
I
skills.
really liked I Am Legend.
I Am Legend was amazing. Yes, yes.
I, Robot.
I Robot was a good movie too. Anything he's in is good. The only
What was it? The Last Day on Earth or something like that? The one with his son where they're on the...
I can't remember the name of that
Oh,
one.
I
I
didn't
didn't
see
see
that
that
one.
movie. I saw the trailer. I know what you're talking about. but
I didn't
can't
see that
remember
one
the name of
either.
it.
Yeah.
Some bad movie.
Is it really not?
No, it's not bad. Independence Day wasn't bad.
Oh yeah, that was a good movie.
Wait, no, not Independence Day. I'm thinking of Wild Wild West.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, Wild Wild West.
Independence
I don't know that
Day
one.
was the only movie I can think of where he doesn't actually star in it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Men in Black.
Yeah, but he co-stars though.
Still, he makes it though. Like if it was
If it was anybody else, yeah.
It would be so much different if it was.
it's hard to have a
anybody
different
else.
personality.
It was a great.
And then
movie.
you can't without the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. You can't like bring up Will Smith without saying
Yeah.
the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
I mean,
And
yeah,
Miss Philadelphia.
absolutely. I don't know what my point was originally, but
Well, yeah. What was your point
Will
originally about Will
Smith's
Smith?
The Pursuit of Happiness is the greatest movie.
Oh,
well, yeah. I mean, anyway, yeah. That
I was just saying, I Am Legend was a good movie.
yeah, but there was a point in saying that though. I don't remember what that was.
Yeah, there was a point saying.
I don't remember what we were talking about.
What was that?
We got so far off subject there.
Dadgummit, we'd have to go back and listen to the podcast
But yeah,
to remember.
anyway.
And we'll talk about it next time, and you can bring it up. We'll tell you about it next time. We'll tell you about it next time.
I think we were talking about the fact that Reagan's a communist.
Yeah, maybe
That's
that was
usually
it.
what we were talking about.
You know what? Actually, I do remember what I was gonna say, and I think what it was Austin sucked my dick.
Oh, it's getting hot in here.
So let's take
I'm
off our
gonna-
clothes.
no.
What?
I should probably leave. Because y'all gonna have a good time, and I don't want to watch.
Who do you think's gonna film it?
Your computer.
You guys gonna film it? Come over here, Austin. I'm ready for you
Now.
now.
Got sound recording.
Let's go, big boy. Come on. Get over here.
I'm good, man. I'm
Come
good.
on. Let's go.
Ooh,
You know who
he's
should
catching
suck your dick?
Oh,
Joe Rogan. You know he can suck his own dick?
I don't care.
strange.
That is pretty funny.
Get
He said
your
that
ass
on
over
podcast.
here.
One of his guys of his podcast, yeah.
Kind of like a Marilyn Manson type of deal.
No, he can do it because he's really flexible. He done MMA his whole life, so like he said, he once got like put his head with it, said he was wearing clothes. But I don't know. I don't believe him, honestly. I think if you're gonna try to suck your dick, you're gonna be like, oh, my dick's out. Let me see if I can try to suck it.
Let's do it, baby.
Yeah. So he says he can put his legs up there to do it. But the reason I bring him up is because I was reading an article, and the headline of it was Joe Rogan podcast vanishes from Spotify. So I went to check, and it didn't. But
It is not gone.
I guess they're referring to how he removed some of his episodes because of the whole N-word controversy.
Yeah, that was such a crazy thing.
Yeah.
Well, he said the N-word?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
said it a
alright.
bunch of times.
What it is, well, let me give you the context behind it. His apology video is really good, and he like brings it up and everything.
Mhm,
But in his past podcast, if he was referring to like a story that had the word in it, he'd just say it. He didn't feel like it would be a big thing.
Yeah, he would just say it.
He'd just say it. So like if he was telling a story where someone said it, he would say it because they said it.
Right, because they said it in the story.
Yeah, or like some of his guests would just say it because they ain't give a fuck. Like one guy, Joey Diaz, he'd said it because he was in the fucking. He's like 60 and grew up in the 80s and shit, where everybody was just doing whatever. He's also like Puerto Rican, so I guess he can get away with whatever. He's not white, so he can get away with it.
He's fine. He's the fine one.
But also, he told a story about how he went to see Planet of the Apes with some of his friends, and it was in the middle of Atlanta or a place somewhere near Atlanta. Where they got out, he's like, I got out, and it was like Planet of the Apes. There was no white people in sight.
Yeah, I remember that.
Making a joke. It's not a funny joke, but he's also, people forget, his main thing is he's a fucking comedian.
Right.
Yeah.
He was just trying to make a joke.
Yeah, and he apologized, and he removed the episodes that has...
Exactly, he did remove the episodes. I mean, the videos... I wish the video was still up there.
Yeah. Looping it back to Israel Asada in one of the pre-interviews for the fight, because Joe Rogan's a UFC commentator as well. He does commentating for the UFC.
Yeah.
And Dana White in the press conference was asked about him. He's like, "What's your thought on the whole Joe Rogan thing?" And Israel's like, "I'll take over here." He's like, "Fuck what everybody says. It's just a hit job from the political media." The media. He's like, "Joe Rogan is my N-word." But he's black, so he can say whatever he wants.
Yeah, he's just gonna say whatever he wants.
It was so fucking funny.
That's absolutely fabulous.
He's like, "Man, fuck all the noise."
Who cares? He's my G. My G. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. It was funny, but yeah, it's a whole controversy thing. I mean, it is what it is. People say shit.
Oh well.
Yeah.
You just live for what you say.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Just as long...
He apologized and he didn't
apologized.
say it, so bam, it's over.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I hate...
Move the videos, there you go.
You know, if you think about it, hear me out, okay? I need to be very clear before I say this because I agree with you guys that, statements like that, stuff that offends people shouldn't be said out loud, whatever. But it was a little bit, hold on. Hear me out though, think about this. Alright, listen.
Hot take.
Okay, so I am not. You have. I don't want to compare it to that, so I'm not going to.
Are you fixing to pull a Whoopi Goldberg?
No. Alright, listen. Okay, listen.
Did you hear about what Whoopi Goldberg did?
No.
She got kicked off The View because she's like, I don't think the Holocaust was about race. I think it was just white people killing white people.
Okay, well, alright, so.
Okay.
Yeah, some wild shit to say. Because
Interesting.
Hitler's little manifesto was like, the Jewish people are an inferior race.
Yeah,
Okay, since you brought up the Nazis,
that's...
I figured that you were going to
Whoa!
make a Jewish comparison.
Whoa!
No, I'm not making a Jewish comparison.
Oh,
No, listen. I'm not. Listen. All right. So we'll take the Nazis for example because they did a lot of suppression of freedom of speech, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Okay. So
you want to bring up suppression of freedom of speech? Just look at Canada.
No. Okay. Well, I kind of want to go with an extreme example because it doesn't really prove my point otherwise. So like you take.
Okay, I think I know what you're gonna say. He was right in removing the videos because he wanted to, but you should be allowed to say whatever the fuck you want.
No. Okay. Listen. Okay. Yeah. I get that.
Yes.
So he should not have said what he said.
If it offends people,
okay, yeah, we need to be a little bit more careful what we say nowadays. I get that, alright? You shouldn't go out offending people. You shouldn't be racist. You shouldn't make racist remarks, even if it sounds funny. I agree with that 100%. That's how I feel.
Okay.
However, we're being suppressed. You have these people like Joe Rogan or other people who accidentally come out and say a word, or maybe say it on purpose, or whatever, what have you.
Right.
Okay? And then now the whole world hates this one person because they're...
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying.
Because they get demonized.
They get demonized by the media.
They get turned into
one person, their life gets absolutely ruined, turned upside down, all this other stuff because they said one word. Mm. Because that same person who's damning them for saying that word just said that word maybe 2 hours ago.
To cap off your point, they're canceling Joe Rogan for all the times he said it, but then there's a video of Joe Biden back in the 80s going like, we already have these big N-word mayors. We don't need any more big shit. Yeah, he just
Wow.
goes off. Wild. He's wild now. The president of the United States now.
He's wow.
He's saying wild shit. They're canceling Joe for what he said back in the day. Why not cancel the president?
Oh, because
he's the president.
he's
Because, he's not saying stuff that's not taking money out of our pockets.
He's a liberal. He's a liberal. That's what
It's not even liberalism. Like,
liberalism.
it's not, no, it's not even liberalism.
Yeah.
Because if Trump was in office, the same thing would happen. The people who are making, not even Trump, not Trump because he's a different entity. If it was a different Republican, Trump was like,
He's a lizard man.
Trump was a wild card, dude. Trump showed us how fucked up our actual president system is.
Oh, right. Oh, my gosh.
Because no one liked him, but the people the people in office didn't really care for him much because he was like, "Hey guys, this is kind of fucked up."
Yeah. Weirdly enough, actually, what made him get into office was the fact that there were actually a lot of people who did like him.
The people,
around
American
him.
people,
American
liked him.
people
Yeah.
liked him. Now the people in office though.
Working class, normal Americans who are like, he's like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna be like, give you guys, what you deserve, less taxes because you guys are getting fucked
Right?
over,
More jobs.
more jobs."
More jobs. That's taxes.
All you gotta say, and people are like, "Yes, please."
And you know what's funny? It did work.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough. It went
He
really
told
well.
us some things.
He lowered the gas. He lowered gas prices too. That was kind of cool.
Our next president will be a Republican. This is how our thing goes. We go liberal, Republican, liberal, Republican, liberal, Republican. We go Obama, Trump, Biden.
I doubt it.
I don't know.
I doubt it. If Donald Trump does not run for
Wait, who's
presidency,
next?
It would be some Republican. I hope, personally,
Who do you think
I
will
want
be
Tulsi
next?
Gabbard to be president.
I don't know.
Tulsi Gabbard, she's more of a Democrat from Hawaii. She's a fucking U.S. Army veteran. She was labeled as a Russian asset by the liberal media, even though she served 3 tours in Iraq as a fucking medic.
Oh.
They're like, she's in collusion with Russia. She wants to bring down America. Speaking of...
Whatever you say, bro.
She
Yeah.
was like, Trump's not that bad. He's doing okay.
Oh.
And they're like, and the liberal media is like, she's in collusion with Russia as
Oh
well.
my gosh. Oh, that makes so much sense
Because
now.
I know we talked about this. It came out that Hillary, in her thing against Trump, paid a former British intelligence officer to force connections between Russia and Trump when they didn't exist.
Yeah, that's just...
So,
screwed up.
which I mean, honestly, every politician does that. I know that every politician does that because that's the game of politics.
well, yeah, you know why? Because we got Hillary Clinton on that shit, so they wanted to get a Republican on that shit too.
Yeah, well, we get everybody on everything. Like,
Yeah.
It's all about how. Honestly, the only thing to get into politics for is to make money. To get paid by companies to be like, hey, push this bill that gives us less taxes or lets us do something that makes us more money, and we'll give you a little chunk of change.
Even though a political job is supposed to be a temporary thing for
Not
everybody.
anymore. We got fucking dudes who've been in office for 60 years making hundreds of millions of dollars, and you're like, wait, your salary is supposed to be like $100,000 a year. How are you worth $40 million fucking dollars?
Right?
Yeah, no shit. And
That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
And then you got people like Nancy Pelosi's like, yeah, we can do insider trading. That's fine. Let us do it.
we need more money for education and military. Let's just tax more people. No, let's just kind of,
Have you seen Biden's new budget?
Mm-mm.
His budget plan? 70% of the budget, almost 70% of the budget is military spending. Pure military spending.
Down.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. Look, I always supported the fact that we had a big military budget. However, listen, hear me out. I always supported that fact, but honestly, we're already up there, and it's a far reach for any other military to reach us. We really don't need to get much bigger.
We should, pull out of some of the places we don't need to be and focus on some guys at home. Let's help some of the people at home for a bit,
I think what they should do, if they're going to spend that much on the military, they should... I don't know if it's part of the military budget, but like VA. Or,
It's not.
Well, then they should include that, or
It
at least
needs
give
to be.
part of that. And
That's
then
part of
stuff
Social
like
Security.
That.
That's
Or-
considered Social Security, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I think that's some bullshit.
The Social Security budget is tiny, tiny, tiny.
Listen, I'm sure you and everybody listening to this, if they're smart enough, knows that the United States military, or the money that we spend on our military, is more than the next 5 militaries combined.
Wild.
So it's kind of crazy how they can't spend any of that money. And look, like I said, I support military spending, but I just don't think it's I just think it's crazy how they can't spend any of that money on veterans. Any of that money on the VA at least. Give them... We're the most advanced country in the world. We should have the best treatment for at least our veterans.
Yep.
That's
because it is a volunteer service.
That is a very fair point.
I mean, if we're gonna say fuck you to our infrastructure, if we're gonna say fuck you to our education system, if we're gonna say fuck you to all that shit,
we should
at least say hello to our veterans. Give them some help.
Oh, that is such a fair point. And,
yeah.
Oh,
America. You know what I looked at America as? America is the mirage you see in the desert. It looks so fucking beautiful, so far away. But once you get up close, you realize it's not fucking real.
See, here's the thing. I want
so close, but so close.
Here's the thing. I want people to remember though that like America itself, though, you know, we can't hate it. You really can't. Though.
It's still the greatest country in the world.
No, I know. I'm saying that because you know,
sadly,
America itself is not like the country we live in.
No, it's the people who run it.
It's us, right? So I mean, yeah.
But you can't. It's hard to be like, I hate the people who run the country. You can just be like, I hate the country. It's easier. That's why I get why people do it. But it is America itself. Like, if you come to America, is one of the greatest countries in the world still, because you have the freedom to do whatever. You have the opportunities. There is a lot of injustice in that, but there is still so much opportunity for you to do whatever the fuck you want here. Like, literal children get famous in America and become millionaires by the time they're fucking teenagers.
Right, yeah.
There is that freedom of opportunity.
Correct.
You have the opportunity to do shit like that in America. It is bad. There is a lot of fucked up shit that goes on here. Like, you gotta get around a lot of adversity.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you have the fucking will and the desire to do it, fucking you can do it.
If you have the determination, yeah, you can do it.
We forget this now as a generation, but 40 years ago, when immigrants were coming over in the 80s and the 90s from their other terrible countries, they're like, yeah, America's fucking amazing. Sure, those guys treat me like shit, but at least I'm not dead at home.
Exactly.
Yeah, that brings back up my point where I'm saying how it's the people and not the government.
Yeah.
It's not the land. It's the people because...
What?
I lost my train of thought there again. Dadgummit.
The media in this country is terrible. It used to be, hey, we're going to tell you what happened. Then they switched from, alright, the news switched from coming on at 3 times during the day to being, we're going to do this 24/7.
Yeah.
We're going to have a 24-hour news cycle, which means we have to have news 24 hours a day. Which, there's not news happening 24 hours a day. So they have to force those fun stories. They have to be like,
they have to force stuff, yeah.
They have to make stories. They're not even real journalists anymore.
Yeah, that's sad.
It's like, hey, this is my... Then it gets to opinion-based, because you can fucking ramble on about your opinions for 24 hours, no fucking problem.
It's so dumb.
If you
it
don't,
really is.
If you don't have the facts, you're like, well, I think... Like, us, we have no facts right now. Because I put my phone to the side. None of us has facts, but we can continue rambling for fucking 3 hours.
Exactly, yeah.
Because opinions drive the world.
Yeah, they do.
So when the news does that, it's so dangerous. It's bad. It's awful. The news shouldn't do that. People should go to the news for news.
The people should go to the news for facts.
That's why people go to the fucking internet for news now.
Exactly.
Like, all these major news companies, CNN, Fox, all of them. I don't give a fuck what side they're on. They all fucking freak out that, like, the internet's so much more popular. Because they tell you facts. They're like, hey, guys, this is what happened.
Yeah.
Interpret it how you want. This is just what happened.
I mean, there may be other stuff, too, and probably false articles, too, but that's why there's so much. Yeah, because you can read and find out for yourself and keep finding things and see what's consistent and what makes sense.
Yep. 100%.
Because, it may not all be true, but at the same time, it may not all be fake. So there might be consistency with all of the articles, even if there isn't all true. Some of it may be made up.
Replace the internet, when what you just said, with news and TV. And it's the exact same thing.
Right.
Some of it's true, some of it's not.
Okay.
It is, but with the internet, at least you can look at it.
You have the power.
You have the power to explore it, because with the news, they are limiting you to a view.
They're like, hey,
viewpoint.
This is what we tell you is the truth.
This is your TV. This is what you see. That's it.
But in the news, you can be like...
the internet, you can explore every part of it.
You can have 2 different articles pulled up about the same thing, where one guy's like, this is really good for these reasons, and this guy's like, well, well, this is really bad for these people.
Exactly. Here's
And
the
then you're
cons,
like, okay.
and then this other guy's just like, here's the pros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just have to read it. And based on blah.
You make your own opinion then.
Yeah. You're like,
Exactly.
okay, I read the pros for this, I read the cons for it. Okay. Here's what I think because I interpret this information. No information. See, this is what I hate about things now. It's hard for people to directly relay information to other people because they always interpret it a certain way and will say it a different way. Like, alright, say someone sees a car wreck. Alright, what actually happened in that car wreck is this car hit this other car. What they see is this other car pulled out in front of that car. That's why it hit it. So, like, they may not see the whole picture, or if they see it, they're interpreting the information a different way than what actually is the real thing. That's why you can't have people. That's why it's dangerous to have people directly relay information to other people, unless they're like have the fact, like have it right there and can look at it, type thing.
Fair enough.
Because people are weird. Their brains are very different, or they can be like, "Well, I didn't like how that one thing sounded, so I'm gonna say it a different way."
Yeah.
That different way of saying it could really change exactly how it is.
That's how I was thinking you were
Yeah.
describing it, is that you don't, like, say smashed, wrecked.
Yeah.
Just different adjectives, like trying to use a different word, because someone may think this wreck was like, oh yeah, look, there was that terrible wreck downtown, but to that guy it's like, oh hey, I've seen so many wrecks. I've seen this guy literally gets, like a car literally gets crushed into pieces, and it's like, that's a bad wreck to me. Like, it's just nothing there. And then this wreck is like, you know, like maybe half the car's gone, but
Yeah.
it's not just completely gone.
To me, my car wreck wasn't that bad when I flipped my car and shit, because I've seen people who literally like have their cars crushed and shit.
Exactly, but to someone who
Doesn't
only had
know.
like,
They're like,
never
holy
been
shit,
in a
you
car
rolled
wreck,
your
it's
car
like,
3
holy-
times?
Yeah, you rolled your car.
Like, what the fuck?
Wow, man.
So it's all about how you perceive shit.
Exactly.
It's dangerous. It's so dangerous. I don't know.
Yeah, words are a dangerous weapon, a dangerous sword, a double-edged blade.
Double-edged sword.
Exactly.
Which makes it really crazy if you think about all the things that we've made and come to know as standard. It's just a really awesome to think about after that, you know? Because if we are so opinionated and all this other stuff on, you know, different blah, 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 but yet we have standards for a lot of stuff. Kind of cool.
Trust the science.
The science.
It just works.
The science
It
is never
just
wrong.
works. It just
Only when it is, though. I mean, it is something.
Science is inherently wrong if you think about it.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, the whole concept of science is questioning how everything is.
Right.
So when you're like, trust the science.
Is that the science I really need?
It all depends on your interpretation of science. Because, like, if we would have trusted the science, Galileo was fucking insane. He's like, hey, you know, we're not the center of this universe. And they're like, you're a crazy person. We're going to lock you in your house.
We're gonna put you in a house. We're gonna keep you there.
He didn't
You like
trust
your house
the
good?
science.
I trust the science of the cowboy.
Newton. Discovering fucking gravity.
Yeah.
Not discovering gravity.
Dadgummit, that guy. Why would he ever?
Hey guys, I found this new stuff.
So this apple hit
It
me on the
drops
head.
stuff from the floor or the ceiling to the floor.
Yo, literally when I was a child, when they're like, Newton discovered gravity, I was like, so everything was just like floating around before he just like figured out what it was? That's fucking awesome. I was like, that son of a bitch. I thought the planet was like the moon until he discovered gravity, and I was like, that piece of shit.
Yeah, as soon as I got to that area, I felt the ground. What's?
I gotta go.
What do you mean fell?
You gotta go. Alright, well, we'll end this here.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. It's abrupt. I'll see you later.
Alright.
Alright, it was fun talking to y'all.
Thanks for joining
Yeah,
us,
bye
guys.
guys.
Y'all have a
Later.
good one. Goodbye.